everyone in Decentraland. This is Dark Rainbows. Welcome. Now, there's lots that's been happening, but we're going to do a first check-in at Decentral Games. Let's see what's happening around here.
What's up, Rainbows?
Now, we've just been joined by the Resonator. How are you, mates? We've just been joined by the Resonator. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Awesome, mate. We've just gone live over at Decentral Games. Lots happening this
Oh,
weekend.
nice one.
Yeah, mate. Did you want to come world and join us, or are you just gonna happy to stay on voice?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'll come in world. I'm in Kingfisher at the minute, I think.
Oh, mate. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to go down and lay a rod. Yeah, let's do that. We'll hang around with the Reds today for a couple of hours. Let's play. We'll meet up at the Central Games. This is what we do, and then he's going to put on his
Yeah.
masculine pink dinosaur outfit and maybe catch some fish. Have you slapped anyone with that
Yeah,
tail
that's
yet,
the plan. Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
a few people's got to come in. I'm joking.
Certainly
I'm
not
joking.
dark rainbows.
I haven't been asked to sign in with the MetaMask thing. I'll have to refresh.
Yeah.
Man. Been remaking the I need to get in touch with whoever made your 3D object in the game. You know what I mean? You know, you got that big spinning plant the seed
Yeah.
NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got these cards, and Tobik gave me the idea because I've made them spin and stuff like that now. So Tobik
Awesome.
said instead of just having like a GIF, right? Why not have it as a 3D object in the game that you
Yeah,
can
man.
have like sitting there standing and spinning, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
man.
I need to figure out how to do that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to. We'll talk about it. It's so hard to get in touch with the guys that designed the 100 RB NFT. Not
oh, fair
because I'm
enough.
just trying to hide stuff, but because there's a reason why I had to get two people to finish it off, and it wasn't because of the difficulty. It was just because they come, go, and disappear.
Okay.
They just disappear.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, no,
Yeah.
like halfway through a project, which is not ideal.
Disappear.
Yeah, it's not good. You're like, hey, the tree looks great, but there's no leaves type thing. It's like, oh man. Which is why I'm actually trying to learn a bit of SDK and Blender myself. So
Yeah. It's not easy, mate, at all.
no, it's not.
It's really not. Been trying with After Effects. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, but jeez, it's so much trial and error.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
It really is an art, isn't it? Kind of learning to play that stuff.
Like some of the stuff that I see people make, right, is like, how on earth have you got that going? Like at all? Like they've got like the same card as me, but they've got things dropping off in the background, and it's got different like dimensions inside the card and stuff. And it's like, what the? Like, how do you even start on it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa.
I'd love to be able to do it though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I just saw a message from Judas here, and he's making like a big threat. Oh my goodness, Judas, this is awesome what you're doing. That is so awesing. Oh, I
think I've
don't
seen
know.
it, the big
Well, he's
3D
actually,
map.
yeah. Have you seen that? I'm going to bring it up on screen now. I mean, he's posted it in the Discord, so he must be happy with it. I guess check this out. Here we are on stream. This is a picture of Judas's ugly pigtail. I don't even want to show his face, but he's designing this 3D map, so that's really cool. Like an architect would make when they're kind of adding a new building to a city, they would do all this stuff. So that's really awesome, mate. Good stuff, Judas.
It is. It's epic. It's epic. It's really cool that he's got that. I've never seen anything else like it in the game actually.
Yeah, and then to be able to deploy it, like, that's awesome. Hopefully
it is, mate. 100%.
Maybe he just dropped the picture and decided to leave it. But we'll see. Now that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I figured out something about the CryptoPunk challenge today, which is a bit upsetting news. I'm not gonna lie.
CryptoPunk challenge. This is the swap that you're doing from all the way back up to kind of trying to get a CryptoPunk. I've just been joined by.
Give it away. Yeah.
So we'll go into that. Dr. Thundercock, are you serious? Hang on, mate. I'm going in world. Dr.
No worries.
Thundercock just came in and stole my outfit and walked up. What a name, Dr. Thundercock. I mean, could you imagine the kind of cock a robot would have? Like, seriously, it would. It's like, I don't know, mate. The imagination goes wild when you have the Dr. Thundercock. Like, I mean, you can only imagine. Oh, mate. I just had to say that in world for a minute, Rez. I know you didn't hear me, but I just cracking a joke about a Dr. Thundercock name. Like, imagine having a cock of a robot. I mean, you know, this stream is definitely for adults, kids. So if you're in here, get
It
out of
is
here. But for the
100%.
adults, like, I mean,
The Thundercock.
dildos are a real thing. You can absolutely buy those legally on any kind of store. You can walk into a store and buy one of those, and they're all robots.
Doc
So,
Rainbows knows all about
mate, you don't know,
that.
you don't even know. Duck Rainbows doesn't need that information. He reads the leftover newspapers that people pick off the ground.
Oh,
Oh, mate.
oh,
Well,
sorry, one second, me. I'm getting a phone call.
yeah, no
Sorry.
worries, mate. Pink
I'll be
Dinosaur's
back.
getting a phone call, so we'll deal with that in a minute. While he's doing that, let's walk around. Let's say hello to people. Whoa, whoa, Dr. Thundercock. Alright, let's get a picture of us, mate. It's unimaginable. It's
Hello.
Are
Pink
we going
dinosaur
in
coming
world now?
in.
Okay, we are live in world with the pink dinosaur. I mean, we were just talking about and imagining what Dr. Thundercock might be like downstairs, and I don't know. He could probably give a dinosaur downstairs for competition, I'd imagine.
Oh, Jesus.
But you can't compete with dark rainbows.
Yeah. I mean, with T-Rexes how they got small arms.
Yeah, yeah,
T-Rexes have got small
they
arms. That
do. They
kind of
got teeny tiny
transpires to
arms.
the downstairs department as well.
Oh, really? You're saying you got a little?
Yeah.
You got a little one? Is that what you're saying,
Yeah.
mate? Well, that's all right. I mean, you
Yeah.
got big legs and a big tail. Maybe,
Yeah, the
maybe
dinosaur
if
suit. Yeah,
maybe if you push the tail in,
exactly, man.
like a bump to the head. If you push the tail in, maybe it'll come out the
Oh
other way.
God,
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like a balloon. You know what I mean? When it gets a bump in there, you push it in and then it pops out somewhere else. Just
Uh,
hope it pops up.
Back inside.
Hope it pops up in the right place and not like
Something
on
like that.
the leg or something. Whoa, Doctor.
Uh,
You're getting angry over there, mate. What's going on? What was that?
it didn't. Yeah, it didn't work, mate. Try to push it back in.
Is that what it sounds like? Okay, hiccup.
That's it.
Dr.
It's a bit of a
Thundercock.
struggle.
Dr. Thundercock's cock is level over 9,000. Holy crap. Dr. Thundercock's cock. What a cock.
Level 9,000 cock.
What a cock. Show us. All right, mate. Let's get it. Stand right there.
Yeah, prove it, man. Come on, prove
Stand right there, mate. I'm going to get a photo of us up. I've already done it. Just going to do a quick thing on Twitter and we'll get this going. Um, Oh, I need to get some music going over here. I'll do that in just a moment. And then me and Rez might go
Did
and
he buy
catch
the
fish.
name Dr. Thundercock? Oh, he did.
Yeah,
He
it's
bought
a
the name
book.
Dr. Oh my god. Oh, he's not a hashtag.
No, it's not a no hashtag at all. That's like legit. That's like a no one
That's
else can
pretty
have
cool.
it.
Is it Dr. Green Thumb?
Is
But
it?
change his name or not?
Maybe it is.
Oh shit, Tobik behind us. Tobik's right there.
Uh-oh. Oh crap.
I mean, the game audio is really breaking up for me, man. Like so
Yeah.
bad.
Holy crap.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What is
What
that
was that?
noise? Oh my god!
What
I
the
just seen
hell was
Tobik
that?
run behind us, right, and then the voice came after.
Oh
The
no. There's
voice.
like a dep Do it again. Hang on. That kid is crazy. Okay, sorry about this. We're just doing some admin
See
here.
where he is.
Just doing some admin and we'll get going. Hang on, bad boy.
Rainbows, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get it.
Alright, here we go. We've got to go find this
Come
guy.
here,
What is
Toby. You
this?
get tail slapped. Come on.
Alright, here we go. What are you up to? I can't even find this guy. He's playing hide and seek with me. Ah, hey, you're looking. There he is.
He's got him.
Yoo-hoo, Tobik Virus. How are you? Yeah, mate. We see ya. I'm gonna give you a. Come on, wake up. Over here, buddy. This guy. Come on. Give him a slap on the ear. Here, hey. What's going on? Come on. Stop looking at the wall.
What's that chat? Such a pimp chat.
What's that? What's that, Reds? Okay, never mind that bad boy.
Jesus Christ, Toby.
Could you? If we're gonna do that, let's go into. Alright, if we're gonna do that, let's go into Discord, okay? Which is fine. It's all good. Let's go into Discord, Tobik. I mean, yeah. People are trying to play blackjack here. Could you please shut up?
Aren't you supposed to be? Aren't you supposed to be here? Because you're cold. Oh my god!
Nah, don't know what you're saying.
Now it's the elite starting to get hungry, right?
No, you got to say that again. What was that?
Oh. I have to come out of I gotta come out of Decentraland, mate.
Yeah.
The elite is
Voice is so
Tobik,
bad for me.
Tobik, go into the Discord. We'll chat in there. We'll still hear your voice on stream, but I think it's better we chat in there.
Alright. I just want like. Okay.
Attention all persons. Please be advised we are about to test the building evacuation system. Please disregard all alarms. This is a test only.
What the fuck? Someone got a fire alarm.
Yeah, I've got a fire alarm about to go off. I'll chuck it on mute in a minute.
Please disregard all alarms. This is a test only. Thank you.
So, I've got a fire alarm about to go off in the building. We'll sort that out in a minute.
I'm in the Discord.
Oh, hey mate, there we go. Just saying, I've got a fire alarm about to go off, and I'm just gonna go on mute for
Yeah,
a
I heard
second.
that.
I can
No
hear
worries,
you though.
man. Alright, have you got to leave or something?
Nah, I'll just wait it out. Evacuate now. I'm supposed to leave,
Pretty
but
crazy fire alarm, not gonna lie.
I'm supposed to leave, but the floor's not hot yet, so I'll just wait.
Attention all persons.
Alright,
Attention
fair enough,
all
mate.
persons. Please be advised.
Mate, best of luck there, Rebels, man.
The test of the
You got a
building
pool at the back of your house, you can jump into or something if it does get hot.
There is a pool here, but
Alright, thanks.
I'll have to wait. I got at least 2 or 3 floors before the fire catches up to me.
has now been completed. Thank you.
Okay, I think we're good. All right, boys. So
Nice,
when you're
nice.
ready,
That's
let
an
me know.
Australian fire alarm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all different sounds, isn't it? It's funny. The different sounds of like the different countries on the noises.
Yeah, you got like a ooh, ooh, something like that.
That's what Aussies respond to. They respond to a ooh, ooh, ooh. We wouldn't respond to a ee-oh, ee-oh, ee-oh. We'd just think that that's like a freaking emu or something. But yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do in the clubs as well.
So, at my primary school, we had this fire, like, I don't know if it's common for every school, but we had fire alarms everywhere that you just had like gently press and it would go off and set the full thing, like the fire alarm going off. But they had cameras on them, and every time they got set off, the fire brigade would have to come, like as an automatic like call, and they would get set off like once a day, every single day, mate. And
Oh.
no matter what, you had to go outside for the class. But even by accident, because there was so many people like walking down the corridors, you would think they would put a bit of glass over the front or something. But yeah, I just didn't think of that.
Yeah, every day is a bit much, isn't it? Kids, I don't know. Do kids
Yeah.
like fire alarms? I think they do.
They're like causing mayhem.
Cause
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Let's go check this out. Let's see who's around. I'm gonna do a quick hello. Oh, hang on. We'll go down to Kingfisher in a minute.
Surprise a bit.
Or should we just lay down a rod and then just come right back? This is what's great about the new Kingfisher game. You can just like go in there, lay down your rod,
Yeah.
and then you go somewhere else and you come back. So actually, why don't I jump over there for a minute and then come back to Tomonoya? Do you want to do that?
Sounds good, bit.
I just don't want to get stuck there because I haven't done the rounds here just yet.
Yeah.
But let's
course,
go
man.
over there. I think it's in between.
There, Kingfishers. It's only got 12 people there right now.
Yeah, that's
I think the
weird.
event's ended.
Yeah.
Oh, the event has ended.
Oh, what was the event they had? The free raffle?
Giveaway.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to start
No,
in 2
yeah.
days.
No, it was only on for 2 days.
Oh, so at least we got in there for a little while yesterday.
Yeah, I don't even know if I caught a unicorn or not. Did you?
Caught it. Yeah, I caught a unicorn, but it doesn't get stored
I
anywhere.
didn't.
So,
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like it
it
only
just gets entered. Yeah.
like the biggest thing that I caught was a crab, and I mean I don't know if the items have anything to do with it, but from what I saw, it didn't get stored
Yeah.
anywhere. Um,
No, it wasn't in your little fishing basket or anything.
no, it wasn't.
No. So I don't know. Maybe they're just on the system, on the database or something.
Yeah, maybe they'll make it visible
Who
later.
knows?
But right now, I don't even know where did it go.
Yeah, not a lot on right now.
No.
Oh, Tobik says wait.
Oh yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back there in a minute. I just wanted to lay down a rod while he was doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Where's the casino?
What is he even
I
doing?
mean, not the casino. Where's the
Kingfisher.
What the hell?
Should be to the left, or right next to the Voxters, the big Voxter thing. Sandwich game as well.
I'll jump in there again. That was weird. I'll have to check it out.
Oh.
I did kind of go in there and then I just vanished. So
I haven't even played these slot machines at DG.
slot machines.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually played them yet. Maybe I'll give them a go now.
Just it's only got credits on it for you to play. It says like it's still under development and everything.
Oh right,
Cool
yeah.
that works.
But that's the whole casino, for that matter.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'm winning anything or not. There we go.
I'm this is weird. I'm here, but the maybe it's over there. Maybe it just takes a while to load up.
Yeah, true.
But I'm
Yeah, give
definitely,
New Legend a text, tell them that we're on the call if he wants to join us.
yeah, cool. That guy.
We'll see his
Um,
active.
I don't know. Have you tried loading in, or are you just waiting for me to load in? Because I just wanted to cast a rod, but I'm here now at the Kingfisher location, and it's
Yeah.
not even popping up. So I don't know if they've just taken it away and it was only open
Mm.
for that couple of days
It's very, yeah.
because it was
Well, I
just
said
a
it was
beta.
beta testing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that's all that was, right?
Well, it was pretty successful, right? So it's probably going to
Oh,
be back again.
yeah, yeah,
I imagine
huge, hugely successful.
140 people every time, at
Yeah,
least. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was nice to get a few catches, and maybe they just wanted to see that you could actually cast a rod and bring something up, even if it was junk. Um,
Yeah.
so that was
Got a video made on it quick enough as well, so that's good.
yeah, nice, nice.
Got it made last night.
Yeah, well, I mean, so that was
YouTube
fun.
Shorts, man. You need to look into that, Rainbows. It's very simple to do, mate, and they've been the most effective videos on my channel by far. So essentially, all you do is see if you've got a big vlog or big podcast or big stream that you do. Just get literally a minute clip of anything you think's funny. Turn that into download TikTok on your phone. Go into TikTok, create a 100 Rainbows account just quickly, and then like edit your video, send it to your own Gmail, download it on your phone, go onto TikTok, upload it to TikTok, and when you upload to TikTok, it then resaves to your phone in the format you need it to be on for YouTube Shorts. So then
Yeah,
you resend it back to yourself, upload it to YouTube Shorts, and in like a day they've been getting like 500 views in a day and stuff. Just daft
yeah,
little videos.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's definitely an awesome idea. Thanks for that, man. I really need to
no
do
way.
that, but it's just like, oh man.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, absolutely, content creation is so important. Um, just still laying down the concrete on a few things though.
Yeah.
But you know,
Right. You got a lot on your plate as well, mate.
what's that?
Well, it's I can see it. People are hovering in the air, like on the where the boat used to be.
Yeah,
But it's not
yeah,
there for me.
I did see that.
Mm.
Uh,
That's everyone standing. Everyone's back in the mines now. Damn.
yeah, but when I went in there, it was definitely gone. So um, I don't know if it was for you.
It's not there for me.
Yeah, so
100%.
definitely gone. It was good and fun though. Um, I just want to see if there's any new people here. Hey, what's up, Jason?
Right. See what else there is to do in Decentraland today. Um, Tory Casino, Category 5. I've been exploring a lot recently, just going on the map, clicking on all the points of interest, going in, having a look at them, seeing if there's any decent ones. A lot of them are pretty empty actually. I don't know how they're even points of interest.
A lot of the yeah, I think some people just make them say they're live and they just leave it on the events page forever. You know, you can
Yeah,
do that
yeah, I saw that.
because then that because
I
if
want
they're
to think
live,
that
then
it's like, how do you even know when the event's on? Also, you're
yeah,
gonna put it in the. But people don't even really check for that often.
yeah. But that's the thing. If you say you're live and you have almost like an infinite end date, then you're always at the front of the queue because you're live. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm.
they might need to limit like a live event to only 1 hour, 2 hours or something. Otherwise, it's like you're searching on Google and someone's paid for sponsored ads to get to the front of the list.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I don't really want to do that. We've just been joined by JaysonDCL, who is our Zed Run expert, and also Pink Dinosaur Head, who has a tooth for a face at this stage. How you going, Jason?
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Hey, mate.
What's up, mate?
Your voice is a little bit softer here, but that's all right.
Oh.
Just I'm thinking maybe if you open up your mouth to kind of so your teeth aren't blocking your voice, it might be able to be in there a little bit more. I don't know, maybe it's the dinosaur breath, the morning dinosaur breath. You know, eating all those little, I don't know, what's a little dinosaur?
A reptile, I guess. I don't know.
That's like a species, isn't it? Is a dinosaur a reptile? It's got to be, right?
I mean,
I'll
it's
be.
a mammal, but
A mammal? Dinosaur's a mammal?
no,
Surely not.
no, wait, that's right. Eggs. Never mind. They do have eggs. I take it back. So yeah, they are reptiles.
They're reptiles. Definitely reptiles.
If I go back to my Jurassic Park days, you know.
Yeah, had to go back there. That's so funny. Oh, he's gotten rid of the dinosaur. He's gone back to the rainbow head. That's like
Yeah,
a,
I got it. It's a TV.
that's like the whenever there's a mistake or someone says a swear word, you see this guy's face. It's like beep. What's going on, mate? How's things in the world of Jason?
It's not too bad.
Yeah?
Just I'm still waiting for Zed Run to release their breeding, so I can start making some money off of it.
The breeding, yeah.
Mhm.
For those who don't know,
Well,
Jason's got
ten-
like 9 horses. Prick.
10 now.
Ah,
Ten.
I hated you
Yeah.
before. Now it's like, you know, you're going up a level.
I know. I've bought, let's see, 6 out of my 10 off of the secondary market. So
Right. Is that a Genesis as well, or?
8 of the 10 are Genesis, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. And what about the one that you bought recently?
That one was a Z6 I bought 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
I paid 0.52 Ethereum for it.
Nice.
At the previous drop, it went for 0.425, but in
That's
USD
good.
value, it was going for 1,500. So,
Oh, and it was a Genesis as
it,
well, because it was at the drop.
right. So it was about $400 less than the USD value, which is what they usually go for.
Yeah.
But it was raced, and the odds weren't the best. But I looked at their competition, the horses competition. They raced some pretty good horses, so I feel like
Right.
I got a pretty good deal. It might be
Awesome, mate.
underrated. So.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
if you ever come up with a deal, like a find that obviously you don't want to pick up yourself, please let me know about it. Like I would love to kind of get into Zed Run, but I haven't wanted to get into it, obviously because of the drop situation. But you know, I would love to kind of get the academy going on with horses and stables and stuff like that. So if you see anything
Yeah,
that you reckon is cool, and again, if you're not going to pick up yourself, let me know. I might grab it. I
yeah,
probably will.
I mean, right now I have a pretty low budget because I just spent what $1,200, $1,100. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's all about your budget. So
sure.
I would say on open seas right now, and you can probably get Z1 through Z5s, Z6s probably for under drop price on open seas.
Under drop
Um,
price. Are you serious?
Right. Now, granted, it's in USD, so it's all based on how you look at it. So if you are an Ethereum person who, you know, is an Ethereum investor, then it kind of screws you over. But if you look at it from a USD or a paper currency perspective, then right now there's some pretty good deals out there.
Yeah, well,
So
considering I don't even have a horse, like it's a great position to be in. So guys, maybe we'll buy the first 100 Rainbows horse on stream. Let's have a look at this.
here,
Um,
I'll take a look too.
mate, do you mind
Damn.
sending us a link? Let's have a look. Dude, imagine if we can get like a Z1, Z2, Z3. Ideally, I would like to pick up one male, one female.
Right.
And just breed them inside the academy.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Now, honestly, what you would want to do there is have 1 male and 3 females, because every month you can breed the male 3 times and
Oh.
the females 1 time.
I wouldn't mind being I
Exactly.
wouldn't mind being a virtual horse inside the 100 Rainbow
Exactly
Academy.
right.
So. But then if you're gonna go for quantity, perhaps you might be better off than getting like a 4 horses as a Z7 than as opposed to one good horse in the Z4, Z5 range. What do you reckon there?
Yeah. I mean, so it's all based on what your goal is. I mean, of course, Z1s are the most coveted horses,
Yeah,
and I believe there's less than 100 left of those available for sale. Eventually be available for sale, and those go for market price of 38,000 USD. So
yeah,
that's what 45,000 probably Australian or something like that.
yeah.
So
Definitely don't want
um,
to do that.
right, exactly. But the thing is though, Z1s have a higher probability of producing. So the Z1s are better breeders usually,
Yeah.
and the Z10s are better racers. So the goal
Mm,
is to, I mean, if you go with the Z5, Z6, Z7 range, I guess it'd be more like a 50-50. I don't know. It, it's so tough because I mean initially people want to find the best racer and that's the
yeah,
ultimate goal,
no.
but it's so hard to get lucky. I mean, out of 10 horses, I only have one horse actually I race.
Yeah,
The other one,
I think if you're getting a Genesis, like for me, I really do not care how it performs as a racer at all.
right,
Genesis for me are like a just just the potential of them and the fact that they can reproduce and the fact that they can produce a poor and a winner. And if you're like in any kind of gambling, they're great odds. Like maybe the first one's crap, but the second one is there. Whereas if you don't get a Genesis horse, then the odds of it performing is really going to be more dependent on the stats. So for me, now I want to get a Genesis. Then again, if you do get a horse and it already performs well, then the chances are it's going to produce great offspring as well. All right. But then it could be potentially more expensive for you to buy a horse that
exactly.
already has great odds. Yeah, mate. So let's have a look. Let's do some diving. We got
Yeah, I
Jason.
mean,
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that. Right now so my best racer is actually an exclusive Zabo. So that means that it is. So you start with the Genesis level. If you breed 2 Genesis horses together, you get a legendary horse,
yeah,
and then the level below that is exclusive. So I have 2 horses that are an exclusive, and they are probably my best racers. So if you get lucky and get a really good race, a really good Genesis racer, I mean that one is going to be. It's like hitting the jackpot. You made a lot of money probably. But if not, you can hopefully breed them with a really good racing horse, or maybe like a Nakamoto, which is a Z1 or Z2,
yeah.
and hopefully that will produce you a profitable racing horse. So,
All right, let's do this.
all right,
Guys, I
are you on
definitely
open
want to
screen right now?
position JaysonDCL as our yeah, no one knows horses better than I do, at least in my community. He's probably a bit humble and will say, he's far from being an expert, that type of stuff. But for our little posse, Jason's the guy to talk to. So I'm just sharing screen now on Discord. The guys on stream obviously can see this as well. So if you want to jump into this share screen, let's go look for let's do some Zed race hunting. We don't have to buy anything today, but if we see like an awesome deal, then maybe we will get one while the market is down. I mean, not financial advice, but I like to buy things when things are low and where things aren't exciting. Because otherwise you're buying into hype. So for me, it's a great time.
So, if you want to buy a Genesis horse, I actually do not suggest looking at OpenSea right away. What you want to look at is Zed Nucleus, which will give you can actually filter by horses. So let me see. It is zed-nucleus.com.
Z-nucleus.com. Let's have a look. Right. And I can click
There you go.
Genesis over
Yeah,
here.
and therefore you can see the current listings of each horse, but you can also see the recent sales. So
Yeah.
it kind of gives you a good idea of if you're buying a good deal or potentially you're overpaying. So
Fantastic. So let's check out. Well, so because we potentially want more than one female, let's have a look at the males first. So, is there any reason why I would want? So, Colt and Stallion are both male horses, right? Any reason why you'd want a Colt over a Stallion or vice versa?
I mean the only reason is it's that I guess surprise factor. A colt, of course, is one that has not been bred or that does not have any offspring. Stallion has, so you can kind of get a little bit. So let's say a stallion. So let's say a horse, a male horse, has had 2 offspring, and let's say both those offspring are bad racers. Well, right away you're kind of gonna think that maybe it just has bad genes.
Yeah.
But if you have not bred it yet, it still leaves a little mystery behind it where maybe it could produce a good offspring. So
Interesting.
it's kind of like keeping a pack of like Pokemon cards
Yeah.
unopened
Unopened.
or a sports
Yeah.
card. So
Interesting. Interesting. So then would that? I guess that's yeah. Well, I guess Colts would be in the middle price range, and the stallion would, with good offspring, you would think would fetch more than a colt, and a stallion with bad offspring, you would think would fetch less than a colt. Um, so on that logic, let's just see what the general prices are. So, mm, perhaps we
now
should go. No, I'm going to go with the colt. I'm going to go with the colt.
now
No,
now one thing, the fillies or the mares for that matter. So I guess the Genesis fillies, they usually get a small premium because when you do breed them, you do get to keep the offspring. So
with the
um,
fillies.
right. Now, granted, though, if you do not have a colt or a stallion, you can, of course, pay the stud fee
Yeah.
and breed with someone else's. But regardless, though, you get to keep the offspring.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you what, let's definitely get a filly, because that's going to be if I do get say 4 horses of a certain, just to optimize the breeding mechanism, then I'd want at least a filly. Still undecided on. I definitely want a male horse. Undecided on whether it's a colt or a stallion. Definitely get a filly. Kind of don't want to mare at this stage, or I don't see the advantages to having a mare over a filly. Other than I guess for the same reason as a stallion, maybe a mare can be proven with good genes as opposed to bad ones as well. Um, whereas fillies are a bit more of a gamble. So once a horse becomes a mare, does that affect their ability to breed at all?
no, it
No.
is not. And
Okay.
and honestly, it being I mean, there's not really a big difference between being a filly and a mare. Just because a mare might have 2 bad offsprings, there's a chance that it could still have better offspring. So um, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't see a big difference in the price between a filly and a mare, and therefore a colt and a stallion.
Mm.
Um, now there is a big difference between an unraced horse and a racehorse
Yeah.
because I mean an unraced could potentially be you know the best horse in the game, but usually they are decent racers. But usually they are they're probably better breeders. But usually they are they're probably better breeders.
Hmm. Sorry, which one was the better breeder, Jason? Sorry, mate.
No, I was just saying that. I mean, honestly, all of them have the same. In my mind, they have the same odds.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, if you can get a cheaper horse because it's a mare over a filly, just because it might have had 1 or 2 offspring already,
Yeah.
I still think that I'd rather take the cheaper horse if I thought they were both equal in
Hmm.
race.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So Right. So I mean, for me personally, I don't care if it's been bred or not.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I buy raced horses. I'm buying the ones with like 15-1 odds. Maybe one that is underperforming because of how the owner raced it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm deciding if I want to pay the premium and breed it with a Nakamoto, which will probably be, from what it sounds like, it's going to be 0.75 Ethereum.
Mm.
Um, from what they've said in the past. So it's not gonna be cheap.
No.
I mean, you're definitely at least $1,000, but
Yeah.
it might be worth it. So
Interesting. I guess at this stage, if as for argument's sake, let's bring up XL. And my limit was, I don't know, I really don't know. But let's just, for argument's sake, 5,000 for a horse, and then we wanted to get 4 horses maximum. The reason why, and I'm on a live here on Excel. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see my Excel spreadsheet because I'm not sharing. I'm only sharing the screen. But that's okay. I'll bring it up later. So 5,000 equals that.
now I do have
Divided
one
by
question for
4
you.
might be an average of about, just say $1,000 a horse. We'll see how we go.
Now, are you wanting to buy an unraced horse, or does it matter?
If I'd like to take in the information that you provided, which is if it's an unraced horse and it has bad odds, but it was racing against some really killer winner horses and it's therefore value, I would absolutely want to grab that horse. So it doesn't concern me if it's been raced or not,
Okay.
as long as it's for um, logical reasons. That
Right.
makes,
Exactly.
yeah. So let's start this search here. Let's go Philly. Let's start Genesis. And then let's start. What else should I put in? Should I just click search?
Um.
There's no search button.
Yeah. I mean, it already refreshes it. So right
Oh,
now,
right.
the cheapest horse is 0.185 Ethereum.
Okay.
Um.
It's a Z9. Let's sort this by genotype, Z1s. So you can already see here, you're looking at 33,000 for a Nakamoto Genesis. This is top of the line stuff right here. You cannot get something better. But we're not doing that because I don't want to have my horse be as valuable as my property. So let's take that straight out of the picture. Let's just go down one to Z2s. See, already Z2 is half the price, right? Z1 to Z2. Quite amazing.
Yeah, and actually, even though it's still, $14,000, a lot of people think that the Z2s might be a little bit undervalued because Z1s are the top of the totem pole,
Mm,
and Z2s are just a step below them. So they probably, and they are Nakamoto bloodline. So honestly, having Nakamoto bloodline in your ancestry or whatever,
stable.
but
Yeah.
yeah, you're stable. It can add a lot of value. So I got lucky, and my Z6 Zabo has all Nakamoto bloodline except for one Zabo. And then its direct
Yeah.
father is an actual Z1
Right.
Nakamoto. So I actually breeding her with potentially I might pay the premium and go ahead and breed with a Z1 or Z2, but I haven't decided that yet. But
Mm.
I'm hoping that she can produce a pretty good offspring. So you don't necessarily need a Nakamoto, but it is nice to have that in your bloodline somewhere.
So if you, but then even if you're a female and you breed with a Nakamoto and the offspring is a Nakamoto, does that necessarily mean it's going to produce will the offspring produce a Nakamoto, or is that more of a 50-50, right? Because of the parents.
Well, no. So if you breed a Nakamoto with like a Zabo,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a Zabo now, essentially.
Oh, so it always takes the
But
lower bloodline?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But
Right.
the thing is, so it still has Nakamoto blood in it. So that part I don't really care about. but it's all about the ancestry. So I believe the great. So there's 3 or 4 levels where the offspring can pull part of the DNA from. I believe it's great grandparents, then great grandparents. Actually, it might just be 3. It might just be great grandparents, grandparents, and then the parents themselves, where each offspring will take a part of each one above them, but it's only a small percentage.
Yeah.
They have the stats on their site. I don't have it pulled up right now, but
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd want to go with those odds, so we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. But I guess there is some odds, yeah. As in, do I want to take those chances?
right. So for me, I mean, it's all about. I'm looking at it from a numbers perspective, I'm actually coming at it from a breeding perspective.
Yeah.
I have one horse that I actually race often. It's got a 10% ROI. It's got 600 races underneath its belt. I don't make much off of it, but it's fun to build up its stats.
Yeah.
But right now I've just been building my my stable so I can breed within my
Yeah,
stable.
for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I think that from that information, let's go Nakamoto. Let's go down to Z3s because Z1, Z2 definitely out of my budget. Wow, Z3 is already again down to 6,000. They really,
So
really do
from a
jump.
so if you look at it though, now granted this one has been raced, that top one,
Yeah,
but at the drop, the Z4s were going for I believe 6,300.
there you go.
But those are unraced. You gotta remember
Yeah,
that. So there's
right.
a lot more upside if you get a great racer. But still, if we go to a called knowyourhorses.com, it will tell you the odds of that horse. Would you like the link for it?
I know your
Yep,
horses.com.
horses.com. There you go. So now all you gotta do is just type in the horse's name, and we can search it. So surrender.
Okay.
And that left one right there.
So Surrender has a 5% win rate. I'm not sure what the negative represents.
So it's lost money entering paid races.
Right.
So I mean right
Ah,
away I can tell
fantastic.
it. Right.
Yeah.
So right away I can tell it's not a great racer, but go ahead and click on it. I'm gonna bring it up as well so I can. All right. So she has yeah, she has a negative about 55% ROI. Now if you scroll down, you can see her odds per race. So keep
Mm,
scrolling down to previous races. All right, so you see that she is a class 2 racer. The classes go from class 5 all the way up to class 1. Class 1 being the highest. So she is up to a class 2, which is a good rank, but her odds are pretty bad. If you look to the left of the event, she's averaging probably 15 to 18 odds per race. That right there is a losing racehorse. You're not going to make any money probably racing her. But
so 17 to 1 means that she's gonna win 1 in 17 races.
essentially, yes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so out, typically the better horses are going to have, the best ones would have probably like 4 odds to 8 odds. You're slightly above average horses will probably have anywhere between 9 to 12 odds. And
Yeah.
then 12 to 13 odds are slightly losing. This one, I would say, it's definitely not one you would buy to race,
No.
but But I bought horses with actually worse odds than this, just so I could breed it
Yeah.
or to potentially sell it. Um,
Mm.
so there is a flipping aspect to it where, there are people out there that don't care about the game and they just want to make a quick buck. So I'm willing to pay a small premium to where I feel like I get a good deal. And if I can either breed it, I can put it on the stud and gain the stud fee, or I can flip it later on for a better price once the
Yeah.
breeding
Okay.
comes along, because more likely the prices will increase.
So to make this simplify this, I full intention is to breed, not race. So if that means that we can get a lower horse or better valued horse with the intention never to race it, then let's factor that into the buying criteria.
So if your budget is 5,000, you're not going to find it Z2. You should probably
Yeah.
go with Z6s
Um,
as the highest.
yeah. Even lower because I want more than one. So breeding is definitely on the top of the criteria for the purpose.
Right, but
So
but a Z6, like I said, I got a Z6 the other day or 2 days ago for $1,100. So if your goal is to get four
yeah,
for the price of 5,000, Z6s are a good way of doing that. Of course, Z7, Z8s through Z10s, you could probably get probably 8 horses if they're Z10s or Z9s.
yeah.
There's not really a big difference.
Well,
Um,
so Z5s they're down to like 3 to 4,000. So we're going down even more. Z6s.
so if you look at Stone Ghost, um, it looks like that one is a unraced filly. It's selling for $3,841.
Yeah,
The last drop, I paid 3,800 USD for it. Now, granted, at that time it was 1.08 Ethereum because Ethereum was $3,500.
yeah,
Um, so that is essentially a drop price horse right there. Stone
that's great.
Ghost is.
Yeah,
But it's all, like I said, it's all about how you value it. If you value Ethereum in a in cash, then it's a good buy. But if you are an investor in Ethereum and cryptocurrencies, then it might not be the best of buys. So
yeah. Fair enough. Um, yeah, no, it's nice to know, and it's also good to be in the position if you don't have a horse yet. And you are both an Ethereum holder, and maybe you've got some USD on the sidelines, then you can decide whether or not you want to. Is Ethereum too high? Maybe instead of if you think Ethereum's cheap, then buy Ethereum and maybe hodl that. Or if you kind of got some money on the sidelines that you kind of don't want to put into the market yet, maybe it's a good time to kind of get a horse with it rather than just leaving it in cash. That's certainly the position that I'm coming from at this stage. While the market is in a sideways position. So already, I mean, that's great horse, but wanting more than one out of my budget. Let's go C5, C6. Am I blind? There we are. Okay. Now I'm feeling a little more comfortable. Still too high. I don't want to get tempted. Go down to Z7s. Yeah, see Z7s. I'll be comfortable getting like a few here.
yeah, I believe the Z7s were $600 around that price at the drop.
Yeah,
Um, but the thing is, they are Finnies, so Z8s, so they are the last line of Finnies, and Z8s
right.
start the Buterin bloodline. So I don't mind buying Z7s, but I also have Z5s and Z6s. So, um, but also like when it comes to breeding, a lot of us really don't know. I mean, I've watched YouTube videos on the OGs of Zed Run,
Yeah,
and for the most part, no one really knows how the breeding works. So it's all about trial and error. Um, and then I guess also just maybe analyzing everyone else's breeding techniques, and hopefully you can find one that's successful. But
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like Z7s might be a good buy, Z8s as well. So
So the Nakamoto bloodlines, they're limited to what's genotype? Like, can you only get Nakamoto in Z2 and up type thing, or
so I mean, if you want a Genesis, it's only Z1 and Z2. But
right?
if a Z, so like for instance, my Z6 Zabo, her name is must be the money.
Yeah,
Um, she, like I said, has all Nakamoto blood, but her father is a Zabo. Um, oh, sorry, her father is a Nakamoto, but her mother is a Zabo, and therefore she is a Z6 Zabo, but majority of her bloodline's a Nakamoto. So you won't get you won't get a anything above a Z2 Genesis Nakamoto, but you can buy a bred horse that's a Nakamoto that has a lower or a higher Z level or genotype.
yeah,
But
I see.
which honestly,
Hmm.
like I said, they are the best they are the best racers, and they might be the best ones I have when it comes to breeding because
Yeah.
someone's already gone to the trouble of breeding them. So um, you don't have to waste that 1 month or 2 months of testing her out with other horses. So
Z2s. Yeah, so in terms of optimizing it for breeding, I totally get that 4 horses is ideal. But then we're now going to the next layer of trying to increase the quality a bit once we've got the quantities sorted out. Quality referring to the bloodline.
right now, also
Z2.
remember that your breed is Genesis. So if you were to want a offspring of a of two Nakamotos, you would want to do a legendary or an exclusive breed type for the filters.
Um, so when the Genesis and the Genesis are together, they make an exclusive, I believe.
No, they actually make a so two Genesis make a legendary,
Right,
um, and then it goes exclusive elite. But if you were to scroll up, you can actually click multiple breed types.
right.
There
So
you go.
would you say a Genesis and a Genesis that makes a legendary is just as good as a Genesis?
It's probably better to be honest. As a racer though, because hopefully a great horse will take the good genes of both horses, both parents, and form a better racer. Because the ultimate goal in this is to form, or is to get the best racehorse. Um,
Right.
that's my goal at least. But the great thing about it is there's several different areas that you can be an expert in. You could be one that just wants to breed horses and then sell off the offspring unraced, and then you but you take the risk, of course, of selling a horse that might be the best horse out there, and you might have sold it for zero point 0.5 Ethereum, and it ends up becoming a 20 Ethereum horse. But then, of course, you're gonna have a lot of the other bad horses that probably are less than what you sold it for.
Yeah.
Or you could be one that specializes in buying horses that are gonna race well,
Hmm.
and because eventually they are gonna come out with tournaments.
Yeah.
At least that's their plan. Um, I like buying Genesis because they're gonna come out with their own token. At least that's what their plan was. It's gonna be called Des. Um, so for every Genesis horse that you own, you will get a certain percentage based on what genotype it is. So Z1s will of course have the highest amount of DES tokens, whereas the Z10s will have the least. Now, no one knows what like what financial value that would have, or if it might be like a DAO thing going on there. But regardless, hopefully, you can probably get some money back on the DES tokens.
Hmm. Man. You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut, and which is I don't know not enough about this. And I know that sometimes you just got to get into something to learn about it. So I'm actually even going to go
Z10.
cheaper and put this off as a test and a learning experience until I know and can articulate exactly what is going on. So let's go from the Z9s. Even Z10s. So what hope does a Z, say a Z8 have of producing like a winning racehorse? Like, I mean, is it really going to dependent on the ability to find a Nakamoto, breed with a Nakamoto, and then produce another racehorse, or is a Genesis Buterin ever going to be able to produce, kind of a winning racehorse? I guess that's a
Yeah, I
dumb,
mean,
dumb
it's definitely
question. But
possible. The question is, what kind of horse do you need to breed it with?
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, like I said, we're still in that wild wild west world phase where no one's bred. I mean, there have been some great horses that have been bred, um, but are you able to duplicate their results with your own horses? So it's all about trial and error. That's why I've gone with buying the average racers, and then I'm gonna just breed them together, and hopefully I can find one or two good offsprings that can race well. Um, but it's honestly it's all about your own personal you know plan. Like I said, that's the fun part of it. Like, you don't have to be a racer. Like, my goal is to find the best racehorse. Um, but of course, along the way, I do want to make money. So if I
Of
have to
course.
sell an offspring or two off, I will. But like I said, I mean, so for you, it sounds like you want to actually breed. So
I want to create a
what I would
stable.
that
Yeah. Breed.
exactly. So I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, honestly, Z10s and Z9s, I mean, they're not bad to go after, especially if they're raced already. I really feel like if anything's under zero point 0.2 Ethereum, if it's a Genesis horse, I personally like to buy. Lately, there's been an excess. There's been like a flood of them on the market. So maybe anything that's 0.15 Ethereum or less, I would try to buy. That's a Genesis horse. Um, but the only way of doing that, of course, is to just keep an eye on the market and hopefully someone list it and you can, grab it for someone else. There are
Yeah.
people that are literally on this like all the time and they are searching for a flipper to, put a horse undervalued and they'll buy it right away. So,
Yeah.
um,
Cause yeah. Hmm. Okay. Well, let's just start the research process. So okay, we've got a Z8. So out of this group here, because I want to factor in the cost to breed and then the cost to race as well. So it's kind of like buying a house. You might want to buy a house, but there's a lot of maintenance cost there as well. So these are
right.
things you have to factor in. And the cost to race a horse is what, point zero, what, two, just to race it?
No, I mean,
Something like
so
that.
the prices vary.
Yeah.
The lowest entry is $2.50 USD.
Ah, okay. Right. Right.
Second is $5. Third is $10, and it goes up from there. The
Okay.
highest might be $500 USD, but
Just to race it.
of course,
Yeah.
right. So it's kind of like, have you ever played poker, online poker?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Different
you know
buy-in.
how their sit and go, right? So but you know how their sit and goes for
Yeah.
poker.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's essentially the same thing.
Okay. All right.
Once you can get 12 horses to join one race, it will race
Yeah.
just like a sit and go will. And then
Right.
of course the buy-ins vary. So
Okay. And then to breed, the cost to breed is
so
a
that's one
factor as
thing is we
well.
don't know. So right now we don't know the cost of breeding. All we know is that they were going to raise the cost of the Nakamotos. Um, but besides that, they haven't told us much else.
Mm. I did see that there was going to be a discount if you breed horses within your own stable. So that would
Correct.
be an incentive to get more than one horse, or at least one male, one female.
Right. So the previous, so I was around when the previous breeding was available. It was only available for like a week because they accidentally the coding was off, and there was 2 Z23 horses that were insane racers. They were getting like 1.5 to 1 odds and 2 to 1 odds. Unfortunately, one of my horses raced against them. She went from going from like a 9 to 1 favorite to a 38 to 1 odd race or horse. So they had to shut. That's why they shut down breedings, because there was 2 freak horses that were bred last time. But the thing is, though, like I said, there hasn't really been a lot of communication of what they're going to charge, except for the Nakamotos. They're going to charge more for that, because everyone can set their own breeding price.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there will be a minimum, which I'm glad, because I plan on studying out my really bad horses, or my average horses. That way I can just get some income back. But when you do breed your horse with your own horse, you get right around 55% back. So let's say you had to pay $500, let's say you had to pay $100 for a stud fee.
Yeah.
You're going to get $55 back of that $100, and then you'll get
Yeah.
the second horse, the offspring. So
Mm. Yeah.
and
No.
then on top of it, sorry. So one of my breeding strategies is I have a Z5 rare coat antique
Yeah.
brass horse.
Nice.
So I bought a Z6 antique brass racehorse. So they have, like I said, rare coats. My goal, if you breed 2 of the same coat colors together, you got a better chance of producing the same one, and that is called a super coat. So if the offspring has the same coat color as the 2 parents, it's a super coat, and there are not very many super coats out there. So that is
No.
where the collector's side comes into play,
Yeah.
where you might. So it's like I said, it's crazy how much you can
Well,
do in
we
this
all
game.
we all know how important skins are to us in the virtual world. I mean,
Exactly.
Jason's got his TV on, and I got my purple coat on, so they're
Mhm.
definitely valuable. So,
Exactly.
okay, I need to separate myself from the Nakamotos because I'm definitely not buying one. I'm just not willing. So I need to detach myself from there. If I do want to get into a Nakamoto, then I'm going to have to breed with one and just hope and pay the fee. And hope the fee is going to be of a reasonable cost. And even then, there's a risk that you might not even produce a Nakamoto. But if you do get a horse, what is guaranteed is that it is from the Nakamoto bloodline, and you have a probability that you can breed for another Nakamoto. So that's the only way that if you don't have the money to get into it, buy a Nakamoto Genesis, that's the only way you get into it, breed into it, right? So we're going to go to so Zed sevens versus Zed sixes. No, Zed fives definitely. Oh, I'm
So
pushing
there
it
is
to
one.
Z5. Yeah.
So there is one thing I do like. So right now I am actually on OpenSea, because so a lot of these other sites like Zed Nucleus, they do have a little bit of a delay. So what I do is I actually go to the OpenSea Zed Run account, and I will refresh, and it will show the most recent horse listed. Usually, if you're going to find a good deal, it's going to be on those ones, because the ones that know what to look for will buy them as quick as possible. So the ones that are already listed more likely have already been snatched up if they're a good value. If a flipper or whatever does not think it is, they probably wouldn't have bought it by now. The 4th most recent horse is called C-List Celebrity. He is I believe Z10 Genesis. He's going for 0.18 Ethereum. Let's see what his odds are.
So what's the this whole rare coat thing now? Now making me want like a super coat as well.
Well, right,
And
exactly. Uh, I mean, so the coat, it's like I said, so if you look at the coat color, if you go to the Zed Run website, or if you go to their Discord, they have here. I'll copy and paste it in your,
Can I
your
because
Discord.
yeah, because if you're gonna get a lower horse, and the position that I am is to want to breed, then having a lower horse with a great coat is how you can bring in value. So that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll tell you this one thing. So, like I said, I have an antique brass Z5 and antique brass Z6. I believe I got around a 45% chance of breeding a super coat,
Yeah.
rare antique brass. But right now, in all of Zed, there are currently only two super or two rare super coats in all of Zed.
Right.
So that just shows you right there how rare they are at the moment.
Oh, here it is. I think I've got it here. I think this is the link that you maybe sent me one time. Not sure if this is
I
still
just
accurate.
posted the.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
I also
Thanks, man.
posted the one in general. So
Let's see if that's any better quality. No, the quality is the same. So so when you have a super coat, does that mean what happened to the breeding then with the super coat? Is it just increased probability that you're going to get another coat, or I would assume that that's the case.
right. So I mean, it's all like I said. It's all based on the parents' coat color. If you breed two parents of the same coat color, it's right around a 40% chance of breeding the same, or I think it's 45% chance of breeding the same coat color. Which, if you do, it becomes a super coat.
But when you have a
There's
super coat, what do you know what happens
mhm.
when that breeds, or is that gone too far?
Well, no. When it breeds, it just becomes a rare coat color. Like it doesn't add any racing value. It's all
No.
about the aesthetics. It's all
Yeah,
about having just a rare
totally.
coat color. Now in the future, they've talked about potentially creating maybe a benefit to having a super rare, super
Mm.
coat
Plus 10
racer.
luck.
Potentially, I mean, who knows? That's the thing. It's still so early, but the
Mm.
fact that they partnered up with the Preakness and Stella Artois, I mean, that right there, I believe they've got the backing for it. Of course, next month they're giving away what $1 million worth of, or at least $1 million worth of free horses to those that do not have a horse. I don't know if you've seen that
No,
that
tell
update or
us.
not. So those that have not So they're gonna because the drops have been a bit of a mess. Um, they've essentially just said screw it. They're going to give away um, over $1 million worth of horses, and the ones that do not have any horses in their stables will have the best chances of receiving them for free. It's just going to be an airdrop. So they're going to
Ooh,
airdrop like 5,500 horses, I believe.
when's that
To
happening?
It's going to be early July. I'm trying to find the announcement for it.
Okay. Thanks, mate. There you go. It'd be interesting if how they do that airdrop as well. Like maybe if you had some wheat in there at some stage, or whether they just go, nah, everyone with a stable, here's a chance of you getting a
So,
Genesis horse.
so here it is right here. If you have 0 horses in your stable, and now granted though, you do have to have a stable before the previous drop, and I believe you might have had to log in. I don't know, but regardless, so you had to have a stable before the previous drop, which was a fail. And the ones that have 0 horses in their stable, they're going to give out 5,500 horses to those people.
Beautiful.
Um,
That's definitely me.
I believe the math was one in every 20 stables will get a horse for free.
Okay.
If you have one race horse, they're going to get a 210, 2 to 4, 190. So the main thing is though, so there's less than 500 horses that are going to be given out to those that have 1 or more horses. But the other 5,500 are going to be given out to those that have 0. The goal of them, of course, is for them to get new people into the game.
Yeah.
Because the main money is in breeding for them
Yeah.
and the fees that they take for racing. So everyone, including themselves, they just want to get rid of all the horses. They want to get this game going because right now it's just been a clusterfuck about
Yeah.
the drops and whatnot. So the ultimate goal, like I said, is to kind of create what real life racing is right now, and those that can create the best bloodline and the best horses, they're gonna make a lot of money in this game.
Awesome.
So
And for us, like, I mean, if you want to come along the journey, like, we're absolutely trying to breed some winners here. And who knows what will happen in, like, even 2 months, 3 months time. If we all have a horse in our stables, it's going to be fun. And we can make some money. Fantastic. So, Jason, have you got that email about the drop? I'm going to check my emails now. I haven't gone into there in a while. Zed Run. The last email that I got from Zed Run was about Stella, or
okay, yeah,
Stella Skins Alive. Since
right.
then,
They were doing a auction for Stella Artois skins. And
the horse
before that,
literally branded.
right. Well, so the thing is, the skin is optional, so it's honestly kind of like a wearable in Decentraland. You can take it off and on. It won't be available till a later date. I believe it's late July. But they did the same thing with the Preakness. So, I mean, they made quite a bit of money off of them. People definitely paid up for it. I don't know if you've seen lately. Are you familiar with the Bored Apes Yacht Club?
Oh, I'm
A
familiar
lot of
with it.
people.
I didn't jump on, but I'm
Right.
familiar with it. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't either. Did you did I tell you about the bonsai
Yeah,
tree
yeah, you
thing?
did, yeah. How you bought a
Right.
seed or
So the
something?
bonsai.
Yeah.
Right. So you essentially you bought a bonsai tree that was 0.08 Ethereum, which was about $200 at the time, and they got certain traits about them. So they were kind of a knockoff of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They cost at the drop 0.08 Ethereum. That was about 50 days ago, I believe. And the floor is like 3 Ethereum now for those horses. Today, someone sold one for 69.99 Ethereum.
A horse.
Yesterday, someone, yeah, for just the
A
avatar.
bundle.
It's
Yeah.
for the Bored Ape. It's
the
an
board
ape,
ape. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So there's been 5 or 6 of those the last 2 or 3 days that have sold for at least Ethereum on OpenSeas.
It's amazing,
And they
right?
were 0.08 Ethereum
Yeah,
when they bought
yeah,
about 2 months ago.
yeah.
So,
It's hard, isn't it? I mean, there are
right.
so many things going on, and you know that there's going to be another whole bunch of projects, and you just got to decide. You can't.
I'm just saying that, right, but I'm also saying there's just so much money in NFTs right now. Like
Yeah,
people are going crazy for them.
yeah,
So,
nuts. And we're in somewhat of a stagnant area as well. Imagine when there's another bull, like another climb.
right. So honestly, right now I feel like it's actually a good seller's market because if you want to accumulate Ethereum, like myself, I've I've been debating if I want to sell a horse or not, but I haven't done it yet
Yeah,
because I do feel like we're gonna bounce back. But
yeah. It might be another dip, but anyway, we're going to be super. This is all super speculative.
exactly,
Okay,
no
I
one
want
knows.
to come back on track a little bit, which is to get a horse. I think that when we last left the conversation, it was about colors. And I think we can do this for another, I don't know, half an hour. And then we'll see where we leave it, and then maybe continue the conversation on another time. But let's see how we go. So these are the different colors. We've got them at the top. We've got Neptune, Earth, Wild Moon, Fury. No, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Um, sorry, Fiery, Classic, and Mythical. I think we just had someone say, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah, I heard that too. Was that in Decentraland?
Yeah, we got someone in there. Let's quickly say,
Oh, Vexo's there, so he can.
yeah. Um, so we got. Let's go back. And let's see if we can find one of these rare colors
Can
at the
anyone
top.
hear me?
Okay, Vexo, let's just
I'm just wondering, when you talk and you're in Decentraland, can only people that are near you hear you, or everyone in the entire place does, or how does it work?
Hey mate, we can hear you. You want to come over the
Oh,
back over
nice, there
here?
it is.
How it works is usually when people are close to you, usually when people are close to you, they can hear you a lot more loudly. So who's that talking right now? Is that you, Anonymous? Hey Jason, let's go find this guy. Say what's up.
Yeah,
All right, let me mute you real fast.
Right, in Discord, yeah.
yeah, I was just wondering, like, if you wanted to have like a private conversation, if you wanted to have a private conversation with someone in Decentraland, like, is it possible or not?
Pretty
You
much
just have to
not.
be far away from everyone.
I'm right behind you, mate. How you going? How are you? My name's Dark Rainbows. I'm a host in
Hey
here.
man, how are you?
Yeah, good. Welcome to how long? So to answer your question, when you're talking inside Decentraland, you're effectively whoever you're closest to. But you can't have a private conversation, no. So we have private conversations in Discord. So you can like have a server, and that's the best way to do it, or that's how we do it. This is my mate here, Jason over here, the guy with the TV head. And we're inside Discord as well, just chatting.
It just
I think that answers. Does that help you out?
what was it?
Here's my
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks,
no
Dark
worries,
Rainbows.
mate.
I was just wondering.
Cool, mate. No worries. Here's my that's my
Hey,
Discord if
dude.
you'd like to add me. How long have you been inside Decentraland?
Well, I actually have another account that I'm using. I just went on my that's on a laptop, so I switched over to my desktop and made a new account. Like my other on my laptop, I actually have Die that I like gamble and lost money with in this casino. So I was like, been a while since I've been here, but I just switched over to my laptop desktop because it runs better.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, you got your laptop's obviously a lot more powerful, which is cool. But you've been in Decentraland for a few months, or you kind of you obviously know
Yeah,
how
I
to
don't know
walk, how
why,
to
but
talk.
I really haven't explored it much. I just kind of stuff.
Oh, mate,
Yeah, I just never really explore much beyond the casino.
beyond the casino. Oh yeah, there's just so much to do
Yeah,
here.
I just haven't. Yeah, like I need to explore more. Like, how do you teleport again?
Yeah, so teleporting is the basic command. For example, you need to type something into the public chat. You just press enter. I'll type this into the public chat here. So we're currently at coordinates -19, 136. So for example, if you type that into the public chat, that's how you teleport. Um, so you just press enter to bring up the public chat. And then all coordinates are based on an XY axis. And you can see the little mini map there and then in your top left.
I got it. I just don't know where to go.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, what you can do is you press X. If you press X, that will bring up all the popular areas. Pressing X brings up the explore and play, and you can look at all the different areas and see where people are. So the number one area is the Wonder Mine with 81 people. Can you see that?
Yeah, the Wonder Mine.
Yeah, so there's 81 people there. You can literally just hover your mouse over it, hit the jump in button, and it will just take you right there. Genesis Plaza is the next most populated place. Obviously, where the new people are. 16 people there. You got Tomanoya, which is where we are now. So these are the three most populated areas right now. Oh, he's gone. Okay, let's jump back into Discord. You there, Jason?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, cool. Let's pick this up. He's probably looks like he's been in the game
He
for a
probably went
while.
undermined.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
He just wanted to find the new places, so he probably spent a few months breaking rocks like we all did when we first came in.
Exactly.
But that's cool. So let's go back to your horse, your horses, and if I can pick up anything, say Z8 and below, and has any of these rare colors, I definitely want to do that, and happy to do that now. So it's like regardless of kind of the odds, because the
Right.
purpose that I want to do is breeding, right?
Exactly. When so I got my Z. So when the last drop, I was planning on getting a Z4 Zabo because my best racer is a Zabo. Now I wasn't expecting them to double the price, so when I bought my Z5, I thought it was a Z4 because I paid 3,800 for it.
Mm.
But I got lucky because it ended up being an antique brass, which is a rare coat.
Antique
The
brass. I can't even see that.
it's just a rare coat, but um
I don't even see
the
that
only
name on
issue
the
with it
list. Is that like a
should
Neptune?
be.
Is it an Earth? Oh, there. Sorry, no, it's
Let me see.
under Earth, and
You're
it's
right.
antique
Okay,
brass. I see that with Rosie Brown. Cool. You were saying?
there. But yeah, so I raced it one time, and in its Griffin race, it got 21 odds, which is not good, of course.
Mm.
Um, it doesn't mean it's a bad racer because I haven't raced it more than that one time, but I went ahead and bought a Z6 filly who also has an antique brass coat,
Beautiful.
and I bought it before they changed the breeding rules, so I thought I was going to get 2 chances per month to get a super coat, but then they changed it to where now only females can breed once a month. Um, but anyhow, I paid 2 times the drop price, and the horse is an average racer probably. So, like I said, pretty much my whole stable is all about breeding.
Yeah. Awesome. This is good.
But yeah, so
Fantastic. So I'm gonna go into select a color. This is good. This is all like it's what people should be doing. Do your research. Determine what it is you want. And so I know I want to breed. I know I don't have the budget for a Z1, Z2. So I'm going to go to the Z lower Zs, which is maybe Z7, Z8, Z9 for my first horse, just because I'm putting in money that you can afford to lose, right? But if I can add value and decrease risk by getting a better color or more value color, and that's what we're doing. So let's go back should we go into know your horses and try to filter for color?
man, that's so tough. Honestly, I think right now your best chance is probably just go to OpenSea and hopefully um someone listed a good value horse. Like right now, I'm not buying because I spent
Yeah.
over half an Ethereum the other day. So,
Awesome.
but I've been helping other people out with
Fantastic.
buying horses. So let's
So we'll
see.
put Jason at a great time because he's no longer needs to look after himself because he's already out of budget, and we've got
Exactly.
budget, so we can use his expertise, which is fantastic. Good for us.
Right.
So okay, I'm going to go to coat color, and I'm going to search for. Let's might as well go for the rarest ones. Oh, they're not in alphabetical order or anything, so it's a bit hard. Let's start with aggressive. Oh, okay. So hang on. So aggressive azure is a rare coat color, and there's 194 horses with an aggressive azure color. That seems like a lot.
It does indeed. Now, usually the rare the rare horse colors they're not really that much rarer than a common coat, just the name. Now the super rare seem to be more so, but yeah. So apparently there's 194 of the aggressive azures out there.
Yeah, and that's like
But of course, most of them aren't listed. So
most of them aren't listed. Yeah, yeah, for sure. So let's sort this by low to high. So the cheapest by coat only, so we're not looking at the class, is 0.5 Ethereum. It's called Butte Hall. And let's see if we can narrow this down further by ticking Genesis. Right, so filtering that for Genesis. We probably won't change that 194 too much, right? They're all 194 are Genesis horses, which is what we kind of expected. Gender. Let's see if we can get a filly, because then we want to keep the horse. That didn't. So they're all fillies. The aggressive azure coat colors. They're all fillies. Let's have a look at.
I think OpenSea's filter is a little bit off though, because
Okay.
it still shows 194 and it shows. I think it's showing the total amount of horses, not for this color, because it says that there's 24,000 horses that are aggressive azure, which is not correct. That's probably how many are totally that are minted right now. So
24,000. It says there's 194. Would you get?
right, but if you look below gender on that filter, it shows colts as 13,198, and the fillies are 11,249. But I don't know that it does seem like a lot of. I'm not sure, but from what I saw, it looked like 0.5 was the cheapest of that color.
Yeah. Let's just have a look. So 0.7 is the current price, and this is a Z9 horse as well.
Right. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at its stats. It's raced one time. It raced in a Griffin race, which is the free race, which everyone does, and it pulled 8.5 odds.
Nice.
In its
Nice.
race. Right. It's not. It's good odds, but
It's only one race.
If you were to buy this horse, you're still taking a risk, because even though it's pulling good odds in its Griffin race, it still could be a 15 to 1 odd horse.
Yeah.
Because normally what you got to do is you got to look at the competition in that race, and I'm doing that right now. The best horse was a Z6, with majority of the horses being Z9s and Z10s. So
yeah. So it's pretty crazy. This is a Z9 horse, and when we looked on, I think it was Know Your Horses, or even here on z.nucleus.com, you can get a Z9 for such lower value. Oh, here you go, like $400, right? 3 times less.
right,
But you're
that one
paying
also
almost 3 times for the coat color.
right, but that one's also raced 8 times and has 0 wins.
Yeah.
So if I were to search that one up on Know Your Horses, of course it has 8 races. It is its Griffin race odds was 46 to 1, which is pretty much the worst odds you can probably get. That is, so if you scroll down all the way, you can see all the odds.
Yeah.
The
So
most recent one was about 26. But.
yeah. So you're buying this if you buy this horse, it's obviously for the never to race it, pretty much.
Right, but even a 40 to 1 horse, I believe most people would not breed. So
Even for a
I feel like right. I mean, it might still be a good investment, because they plan on changing the racing system in the future. Because right now, the best horses are the ones that either finish first or last.
Yeah.
So who knows, the ones that are 15 odd, maybe 20 odd racers, they could be the best racers in the future.
Yeah.
But I think the 41 horses, I mean, in my mind, I feel like they probably will not ever be racers. So
yeah.
I would just stay away from anything that's above 20 to 1 odds.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So with this, we're not going to do it. It's just too expensive. With that being said, it is of the top tier color. So we're just collecting information and we know what we're going to pay now for that type of horse. Let's see if we can get, and that was the cheapest one on the market too. So we're going to have to take it down a notch or maybe go through a different color. So I'm going to go to my search results here where I was searching by color. Okay, color. We're going to untick the aggressive azure. Maybe we can pick up another rare one, which is a honeydew. There's only 213 of those, so not as many. You're still looking at about the same price, 0.72. It's a beautiful color. It's a beautiful white color. Still looking at 1600. Is this what passes for humor? Is an interesting name. Buy now for 0.72. There's an offer. 0.1. Let's have a look at the properties. We've got the Z10. Yeah, we're not going to do it because. So it's, in terms of the pricing, it seems pretty consistent. Let's have a look at the next one because we might as well do the work and go through all the different coat colors of the top or rarest. Gains is another one. Let's just tick all the tops. Slate, grey. It's interesting that Moon has the 3 rare colors. So that's interesting. Don't know why that is. Slate grey. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at strong hold ivory. Let's have a look at arc tick show. Let's have a look at peach puff. So we're looking for a gem here. We know we want like a lower Z horse, but this is what you have to do if you don't have the money to kind of go in, or maybe you just like a value. So there, we've just ticked all the boxes for the rarest horse. Might as well put aggressive back in there. All right, done. So we're searching all the rarest colors, low to high. Okay, 0.3, here we go. All right, 0.39. It is a...
Okay.
And we can buy this now for 0.39. Look at the properties. It's Genesis, it's Z10. Okay, these are expected. It's a nice.
What's the horse's name again?
Torch. So then what we're going to do now is jump into know your horses. Type in torch. Right. Torch. Oh, okay. So it's had, what's that? 1 loss, 2 draw. Oh, what does that mean? What's it? Sorry. What's
So it goes from win, place, show. So it's got 0 wins, 2 second places, and 1 third place. Out of 16 races. The main thing though is when you do scroll down, when you look at the odds are pretty bad.
Where?
The second thing, honestly,
Sorry,
the main thing you want,
yeah.
the main thing you want to look at is the entry fee. So Zed Run does offer. So when you scroll down to the races, in the middle there's an entry fee.
Yep.
Right there. So this horse has entered a lot of free races. Personally, I don't like buying horses that have, because the competition level is usually really low, and it doesn't give you a good representation of how the horse actually performs. It's kind of deceiving in my mind.
So
But
racing the horse in a 0 fee race is deceiving because
I mean, it can be deceiving because it can inflate the odds. So typically, if you have a good racing horse, you want to race it in a paid race, correct?
If you have a good horse.
Right. So if you have a horse that let's say has 5-1 odds,
Yeah.
you're going to want to race it for more money. The free races pay like $2.50 for first place, and they show up once every like 8 hours, I believe. Or you can race them once every 8 hours.
So if it's a good horse, why then isn't it just kicking ass in free races, regardless of whether it's free or not?
Right, but exactly though. But regardless, so like the odds could be like there's horses that could get 7-1 odds in a free race, but in a paid race they're getting like 16-1 odds. So because the really good horses aren't going to be racing in the free races. But the fact that this one was getting 20+1 odds in 0 races, this is called glue, as I'm sure some people know. It's one that you would never probably ever race ever
No.
again because
Hmm.
and the price is
It reflects that,
what
right?
was it? Yeah, I mean, but still 0.39 is way too high for this horse.
Yeah.
This horse should be under 0.2 ETH.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, but the
So
fact that they're just
all right.
yeah, it's way too expensive.
Cool. Let's keep searching. We've only done one, and you can see how much of information we're gathering here. It's so good. So good color. So for me, it was as an absolute as a noob, I like the color, but now we're optimizing for a combination of winning, right? The issue there is that it's 0.39 horse, and that was the cheapest on the market, but we still decided that the cheapest horse was not good value. So we're gonna have to spend more than $900 here. We know that right now, but we're trying to make sure that that $900 is value. So this one, let's have a look. Okay, we're going up now. Properties to Z9, which is a little nicer. Strong ivory, which takes it into the moon color category. But we could essentially make an offer on the other horse. But let's see how we go here. Let's go. I want to be a Jeep. Some of these horse names. I mean, I assume that this person, or was this Zed Run that came up with the name?
Right. So if it's a Genesis horse, it
Zed
was
Run.
from Zed Run.
I want to be a Jeep.
Some of them have spelling errors to them, so I feel like they might have gone through like a random name generator.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I mean, for the most part, the names have been too bad. At least mine haven't been. But
I want to be a Jeep. That's probably the worst one I've seen so far.
honestly, I believe it's a beam. I think it might be.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's context I don't have there. Okay, so this is a winner apparently in terms of winnings. So 7%
But
place percentage.
so I mean, right away when you see that the ROI is infinity, that's usually a bad sign because that means raced it in a paid race. So scroll down. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This
These are
horse is
dreadful.
pulling, but not only that, but you gotta look at the entry fee. The entry
Zero,
fee
yeah.
is $0. So what I like to do is I would take. I mean, yeah, this horse is one of the worst horses probably to race.
Yeah.
If it was, I mean, I would expect a bad horse to pull in 10 odds in a free race, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly,
yeah.
if I was you, I wouldn't focus so much on the colors. The only reason I did it was because I happened to pull a rare coat in my in the drop because you know how it's all about finding
Yeah.
finding the quickest one possible, and so I've just kind of built my stable around that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna
But it's all about just
yeah.
go ahead.
So I was just gonna say yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Let's get rid of all these, and then I'm gonna type in the second ones because even So if you're going to buy these horses, clearly, this is what it's going to cost just to get a nice coat color. But I'm going to work down the list. What am I doing here? These are the ones that I've selected. Sorry, buddy, that was silly. I want to deselect everything. How do I know what I've selected? I can't see it. Oh, that's not a great way, is it? So I'm going to get rid of all the top tier ticks because I already know that's super expensive. And I'm going to look at the next layer down of colors. I know. Okay. Okay, cool. So the next layer down, we're looking at it maybe in Alice blue. Cadet blue. Powder blue. Royal. Oh. Royal blue. Absolute. Okay, so these are all the royal colors in Neptune. Let's have a look. So already this was more reasonable. Sort by high to low. Let's have a look at the odds of this horse. Eyes and ears, don't mind that. Search. 22.73 ROI. Cadet Blue, it's in the second tier. It's come third, fifth, and seventh. In 3 races. Odds are terrible.
Now, there is one thing though I see about this horse. So it has 46 to 1 odds in, the 2,000 meters. So, another aspect to picking horses are some horses are specialists in like 1 or 2 discs. So the fact that this one actually pulled 15 to 1 odds in its Griffin race at 1,000 meters, if I click on the actual race, you can look at which horses race in it.
Melbourne,
And
Australia, that's a sign.
right, so I mean the Z5 was the lowest level. The odds are, no one had like great odds. They all there's 4 or 5 that had pretty good odds, but the rest of them were pretty bad. Sometimes what I will do is I will try to find a horse that has similar odds to the one that I raced, and I will see how they have done since then. So maybe if you were to look at Calypso, who took 8th place in that race, he had 14.25 to 1 odds. This eyes and ears had 15. So if you were to look at it through 4 races, it's pulling pretty bad odds. So therefore, I would say that the odds are pretty accurate. I actually want to have you look at a horse that my last horse I actually bought. Let me pull it up real fast. I'm going to give you a good example of what I think could be a horse that was underperforming or that had bad odds, which might not have been deserving of it.
Yeah.
But this horse is called Greeron, I believe. It's Grearon. It's a Z6 Finny filly.
Gueron.
So this is the one I bought for about $400 cheaper than what it was at drop price. If you scroll down to its previous races, very first race it had was 21 to 1 odds. So right away, it's not a good sign. I did look at the most recent race, which had 13 to 1 odds, which is not bad. That's probably an average horse. But if you click on that Griffin race, the 1600 meter, If you were to go into it and look at the other horses, so the bottom one, the Griffin race, yeah, that one right there. You have a Z2 Genesis Nakamoto, perfect cadence. He took 9th place in that race. If you are to click on it, you can see that this horse has done really well since that race. It is a Z2, which you kind of expect to be a better horse, but if you scroll down, this horse is averaging single-digit odds in Class 1. So Class 1 is the highest class you can get to. So the best horses will stay in Class 1. Single-digit odds is great. So therefore, this horse not only went up against this horse, but it also went up against a Z1, which had 7.5 to 1 odds. So the 21 odds it got in its Griffin race, I believe, is a little bit overinflated, and maybe it might be a 15-1 racer in that distance.
Yeah.
So I was willing to take the chance on it. I
Yeah.
felt like it was a pretty good price. The fact
Yeah.
that it did pull 13-1 odds in a 2400 meter
Yeah.
made me believe that maybe it's a better racing horse than what the previous 3 races showed. But once again, it's all about
Interesting.
it's all about theories. Like I feel like it was a better horse, but I mean I don't really know until I race it or until I breed it. So
Yeah. I mean, basically, you're saying that maybe Giron was a horse that was just racing against other horses that were completely out of its league, and if those horses who are out of its league are in the same race, then if it was playing against horses in its own rank, then it would do better. So then, as the owner, you would be much more selective about the races that you select when entering your horse. So that's okay. That's seems to be Jason's theory, which makes sense to me.
right, so
You just
so I want you to go ahead and look up Must Be the Money. That is my main horse. It's not a Genesis horse. But this was literally one of my first horses I bought. I bought 2 the same night, and it was an unraced horse when I got it, so I've raced it pretty much 590
yeah,
times myself.
yeah,
It's got the ROI has gone down. I had it around 14%, but it's still a winning horse. I mean, I paid 0.15 Ethereum for it. I got about 0.11 profit, but it stays in Class 5. For the most part, it averages around 11 to 1 odds. But for the most part, it's one of those ones that's in the long run, I'll make a little bit of money, but I won't make a lot of money. But as long as you're coming out ahead of it, it's always worth racing. If you were to look at the final positions, the 1st and 12th, it's got 66 first place finishes and 66 12th. So if you scroll upwards to the graph right there.
oh yeah,
So the goal is to get a U-shaped horse, one that has, first place has a lot more than the rest of them, and then 12th place has similar ones.
yeah,
So that's pretty similar. The only issue is it's taken 11th place 80 times.
yeah,
If it wasn't for that, this horse would probably be one of the best horses potentially. It'd probably be a top 40 horse in the game,
yeah,
top 30 maybe. But the good thing is the reason why it's still profitable is because it doesn't take 4th through 10th very often. So it stays in Class 5, which is the lower level classes,
yeah,
and it makes me money there. So
yeah,
you don't have to have a great racer as long as it just performs well in its own class.
yeah,
So
exactly. No, it's a great, good point. Kind of know what league you should be playing in, and then play it in that league and be a winner in that league. I mean, you
right,
might as
exactly.
well
And then
be at the top of Class B than at the bottom of Class A, so to speak.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
let's do this. That was awesome, man. I think that we've probably been going at this for a little while. I don't know. What are you doing tomorrow, or perhaps in a few hours?
tonight or sorry,
Yeah.
it's 8 o'clock here. So like 2
Yeah.
hours from night or tomorrow. Or
Are you on same time tomorrow?
I mean, I'll be on all. I mean, what is today's Sunday? I'm off tomorrow, so yeah, I'm
Yeah.
available. I'm available most of the day. So if you
Cool, mate.
if you want me to jump back on, I can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be available tomorrow.
Yeah,
And
cool. Let's
Tuesday
do
both.
this
So.
maybe 7 p.m. EDT. Maybe I'll just send out a tweet saying that we'll continue our conversation. And I might do a bit of research in terms of the information that I've learnt from you today, and maybe come up with a few horses of my own selection. I'm definitely going to look at color is going to be a factor. And then because it's a test horse, I'll be looking at probably Z10, Z9, maybe Z8 to kind of get something. Definitely a filly, definitely a Genesis, and let's see if I can do a bit of grinding and see what you think about the others maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, and also if you want to, I assume you're a part of the Zed Run Discord.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
Not
go
very
there, they
active,
do
but
have a market. Right, but they do have a marketplace section, which
yeah,
they have like selling raced horses, selling the coats.
yeah,
At least there you can actually, if you wanted to, you could try to negotiate with the owner of the
yeah,
horse via Discord.
yeah,
Whereas on OpenSea, you're just kind of either buying it or just placing
yeah,
a bid. So I usually like to go there because you can probably find better deals than what's out there right now. But like I said, normally the best deals are going to be the ones that are recently listed, but they probably won't last longer than 5 minutes because there's a lot of people that are looking for them. So,
yeah. Fair enough.
but yeah,
Fair enough. All right, mate. Well, look, thanks for that. Maybe I'll jump into Discord. We'll see. Just all depends on how hard I want to work for time to negotiate.
right, exactly.
But
Yeah,
again, really appreciate that, mate. Let's come back again 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna stop the stream for a little while, but yeah, that was a really good session.
yeah, for sure,
Cool.
man.
All right, thanks, mate. I'm gonna press number 1 here to wave. We'll give us a wave, will you, Jason? Number 1.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me.
See you, mate.
Oh shoot, my screen's black. Oh no.
He doesn't. Jason doesn't want to wave. I'm gonna wave on his
Oh,
behalf.
it's black. I've got to reload. My bad.
That's all right, mate. Well, thanks for the chat, and we'll catch you soon.
All right, man. Talk to you later.